Hello boys and girls, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and as you can see we have the all-new 2017 Porsche Panamera today. And not just any, it's the fastest diesel. And this Panamera 4S diesel has a RaceChip ultimate tuning, so we have a cool little box under the hood of this car. Some other changes have been done, so a couple of stickers, RaceChip stickers, OZ wheels, OZ racing wheels, which look pretty cool. Some stickers, logo and slogan of the company. Some more stickers down there because this car also has a KW suspension setup. And I have to say, I am digging the new Panamera. So the old one was really not very loved for its looks. People didn't really like it, and I think they have done an excellent job with this new one, because this one looks more like a 911 saloon car. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I think the back is really nice. I think the roofline is better than the previous one. Yeah, it's a cool car, and it's loaded with tech. So we'll start in the back of the other side. So we have this cool little screen down here, the climate settings, media, navigation information, the heated seats, and with this screen I can control the airflow, which is pretty cool because these are operated electronically. So when I switch it on, it opens. Pretty cool. The vents, the direction of the airflow is operated on this screen as well. Yeah, and the touchscreens are all incredible, so everywhere they are really responsive. This looks great as well, so we can set the temperature down here, the seat, so I can operate the heated seats as well, the navigation. We don't have a route input right now, so but we can see recent destinations, we can see the trip, computer. So all in all, it's a really nice car if, for example, you have a driver. This is your daily and you want to get a driver for some trip. This would be very comfortable if you would slide this one forward all the way, because while it is comfortable, it's not that spacious. I know I'm very tall, but this seat has to go to the front quite a bit for me to be able to sit here. What I do like is the headspace, because my head is not hitting the roof, which is pretty nice. Okay. Let's go to the front. And we see that the entire center console is now operated using, or most of the console is operated by these sort of semi-touch buttons. So there's still a click, but it's really light. So, but it's not a touch screen. So your climate stuff, seats, traction control, suspension settings, sport mode, individual mode, air conditioning, temperature, and these are the buttons for the menu, which you can also operate using the screen, of course. So when I go to home, this is your starting screen. You can go to driving, so you can select your driving modes, and you can select the chassis settings for that driving mode. You can set it to normal, sport, sport plus, individual, chassis, normal, sport, sport plus. We also have this button right here to switch from normal to sport, sport plus, and individual, with this little boost button. sport response. And we can go to the car settings, all the vehicle settings. You can go to displays, so we can even configure how we want these screens to look. So I have 2 rolling wheels, and I can use that to change the stuff you see in the screens. And you can configure that. So if I, for example, I want to see my lateral acceleration, I can drag it to there, confirm, and then it switches. And I can do that as well with the normal screen and the brightness and stuff. So what else? This car also has Apple CarPlay, so you can get your phone stuff on the screen. And the spoiler, the spring height for the air suspension. So a lot of tech, a lot of settings to configure, but it's all about the driving. It's all about RaceChip. So in here we have a phone, and this is the RaceChip app. So our car profile at the moment is the Porsche 4S diesel, Panamera 2, and it goes from 422 HP to 505, and from 850 Newton meters to 1050. So that is quite impressive, but it's switched off right now. So I'm going to switch it on, and you can choose between efficiency, sport and race. Well, we want race. Let's go for a drive. And I'll tell you some stuff about driving this car and about the RaceChip tuning. So, the new Panamera is on a new platform, which will also house the new Audi A8 and the new Bentley Flying Spur. And there is not a single part in this car that is the same as the previous Panamera. So it's an all new car. You can see it, obviously, the interior is different as well, but I like the fact that they started over again. Okay, so we have a 4-liter V8 twin turbo diesel engine, which is the same as the engine in the Q7, SQ7 diesel. Only this has different turbos, because the Q7 is more aimed at torque and this is more aimed at sporty driving, so responsiveness of the turbos. And we have an 8-speed PDK gearbox linked to that engine, which is new as well. And because this car has the sports chrono pack, it will do 4.3 seconds from 0 to 100 kph, which is really quick for a car that weighs just over 2 tons. And if you don't have the sports chrono pack, it would do 4.5, because you don't have launch control then. So let's put in a manual, switch this to Sport Plus, and immediately you feel that diesel torque. The sound, actually, I quite like it. It doesn't sound like a diesel engine in here. It sounds more like a muffled V8 petrol engine far away somewhere. But of course you have to shift before 5,000 RPM, so that gives it away, of course, but it delivers its maximum torque at 1,000 RPM, so pretty much from the get-go. that's fast. So the engine actually does a great job disguising the fact that it's a diesel, so it doesn't really feel like a diesel engine or a diesel car. But the cool fact is that, I mean, this car feels pretty heavy, but it also has something to do with the fact that it's on winter tires, which makes the handling not ideal. You feel a bit of scrubbing over the tires. But this RaceChip box setup means that it feels much more agile, because you have more power to get out of the corner or through the corner. And even with this four-wheel drive system, when you push it, you get some traction control, the lights flickering, because it is seriously powerful from really low RPM. So if you just keep it in normal mode and this in normal drive, it's really quiet and comfortable. I mean, we are going to do some autobahn runs later, and I think this will be one of the most comfortable autobahn runs we've ever done. So this car is, so the top speed of this car is 285 kilometers an hour, the stock one. We don't know if that's limited, so we are going to do a top speed run on the autobahn later, and if you're interested, go find that video, because I really think that this RaceChip version is seriously quick. I mean, it's too quick for me to push it here. I think this would, I think an M3 or something would have real trouble with this car on these roads. And I think that, you know, when you get one of these RaceChip boxes under the hood, it really improves this car, because it doesn't change anything about the way the Panamera feels or drives or handles or whatever. It just makes that diesel torque feel a lot more powerful, and I think that's a great addition to an already great car, because I drove it stock earlier and it's already really quick, but as I said, you do feel the weight. And with this, man, it just pulls it out of the corner like it's a much lighter car. And another benefit of a RaceChip box instead of the regular ECU tune is that they just add another box to your engine. So it's not like they flash your standard ECU. You have your regular ECU and you have the RaceChip box. So that means you can use the app to get it back to stock, and you can go to Sport and Sport Plus. So they don't fiddle around with your car's ECU, which I think is a benefit. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, just search for AutoTopNL. And if you're interested in something like this, go to the RaceChip website and you will find any info you want. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.